the best word that you can get close to would be pure awareness. You see? And when you understand pure awareness, then it takes you all the way, you know. Because from it, again, everything comes. So everything, imagination and the law of attraction is all part of the isness taking expression. You see? Yeah.
So the you said all originates from that awareness. Is that God playing hide and seek with himself so he can get a look at himself?
Yeah, you can say that in a way. Yeah, but we have to understand also between God and the energy by which lives inside us, which you know has been called Christ, Holy Spirit, or whatever you want to call it. Okay. See, God is pure awareness. Okay. From pure awareness comes thought. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was made flesh. Okay? The Word is, what is the Word? Thought. So awareness is. Awareness was always. There was never a time when it was not. Even before humans came on earth, awareness was. The oneness was always there. Okay? Then with the Big Bang came humanity, manifested. The moment it manifested thought. Mind started to take over. And then the mind created the bodies. The mind created the world. The mind created everything. Although everything came from God, God did not directly create the world. The world was created through thought. Are you with me? This is very important to understand because most people don't see this.
I don't get that gap between those two.
There isn't a gap, it just emerges. For example, right now, okay, you're aware, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, you're aware of me, I'm talking to you, you're aware of the room, you're aware of everything. Mm-hmm. Okay, but now when I say to you, I've said so many things, that you're aware of so many things, but what do they all have in common? What do they all have in common? You're aware of him, you're aware of yourself, you're aware of the room. So you identify with the content, but what is happening really? What is the main thing that is happening? One thing that is happening in all of that? Awareness, isn't it? Right. So awareness always is. But awareness is not a thought. But it's able to observe a thought. You see, you're thinking, and then I say to yourself, stop, look at what you're thinking. Look what's going on in your mind. And at that moment, the moment you become still, you can be aware of the thought. Got it? The moment you become aware of the thought, awareness is superior, awareness is in charge. But when you're not aware of the thought takes over, and you're like a robot.
And where does thought arise from?
Thought arises from awareness, but awareness is not a thought.
Okay.
The world arose from from the Godhead, but God did not create the world. God is love, is purity. Did God create the Nazis and the Holocaust and the atrocities of mankind against man? Did He create all these things? Of course not. God is love. God is unconditional love. But thought, which created the world, out of it created the world that we see. But originally everything came from the oneness. But the oneness is not these things. This is the subtle point that we have to understand.
But in trying to understand it, already there's like a fear and a control coming.
Absolutely, because the mind is taking over with imagination now, called interpretation.
Right.
This is the subtle point of truth. Truth is this, awareness. From awareness comes everything, but awareness is not everything.
Because my identity can't exist if I come into the truth of awareness.
Yes. And the moment your identity drops, and your identity is gone completely, you realize one beautiful thing. You haven't lost a thing, but you've gained everything.
Right.
That is the beautiful thing of awakening. You see, we think we're going to lose an ego. And when we lose it, we find it was never there, and now we are so free and at peace. You cannot know peace until you lose your ego. But it's never really lost as long as you have a body. Please don't get me wrong. You can never really lose it, but what happens is you know it's not real. And that is the important thing.
Because I see, I've watched so many videos about this beautiful spiritual teachers, and one of them, Ramana Maharshi, and he had such a, like, still a personality. You'd be reading a newspaper, and, you know, like, all these things would be going on. It's such a misconception that, like, you become like a vegetable or something, you know, like you just,
Oh no!
like you just talk and you start to thin out.
I
or
know.
something. It's such a-
People do think that no. Without an ego, you're alive.
Yeah.
You're totally alive. Yes.
It's not that we erase the personality or any of that. It's that we are no longer fooled by it.
Very good.
So
You have such a beautiful way of putting things. Really, that's it. We're no longer fooled by it. Yeah.
we no longer even need to say my personality.
Right.
It's just
Yeah.
the
It's just what is
personality.
expressing.
It's
Yeah.
this
It's just
thing.
what's expressing. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, namaste.
Namaste. Namaste. Keep it.